Hi, and welcome to our 15 minutes of grounding practice. My name is Francine Bonjour-Carter, and I am a Feldenkrais method and healing arts practitioner near Philadelphia. And every Wednesday and every Saturday, I offer 15 minutes of somatic mindfulness, somatic as of the body. And today I would like to start by talking of something I hear a lot from my clients and people I work with, which is how we can feel disconnected from our body. So I hear, for example, things like, I feel that my body betrays me because I don't know it, and I should know it, right? Or I've been working all my life here, and I feel that my body is here, like next to me, but there's not really a sense of wholeness or unity. And I myself spent years and years, a couple of decades, not being aware at all of my body, not knowing what it needed, what it wanted, why it had these difficulties and problems, and this is very common, to not feel connected to our body. What usually happens is that one day you have an accident, an injury, surgery, something, a pain, acute pain or chronic pain, and then you feel like, oh, okay, this body is here and something is wrong with it, and I have no idea why, where that's from, what to do. And so what we do in this culture is we turn to the medical system, which is great to have a medical system available. And I think we put them in charge of everything. We give them the whole power to fix us. And what is lost in this whole process is our own sovereignty, our own responsibility, because this is your body, right? And in any healing process, if it's your healing, it's very important that you're in charge of it. You ask help, you ask support, you use the tools you have, but you want to be involved in this healing process. So what I'm offering here during this 15-20 minutes of grounding practice is a way to open this conversation with your body, whether you feel great or whether you have some pain and aches and limitations. And it's kind of taking care of yourself in a way that you listen. You listen to what your body is doing. You listen to movements. You listen from the inside, and you're in charge, and you understand more and more every time, and you really develop this awareness of yourself, and you put your whole person in the context of your physicality, physical container. And I do think it's very important, and I also enjoy this process because there's always something to learn, always. So what I am hoping you get from these little practices we do together is more tools, because you cannot know what you don't know, right? You cannot see what you don't see. And so I'm here to guide you, to use my years of training and experience working with myself and with other people, to give you the tools to see more, to understand more, and to go deeper every time into this connection with your body. So it's not mindfulness as in getting out of your thoughts and mind and kind of a dreamy state. It's mindfulness to be in your bones and to develop this sense of presence and this sense of being grounded in your body. So that said, have any question or comment, you can always reach me. I'm always happy and pretty passionate to talk about this topic. You can find all contact information on my website, francinebonjour.com. And so let's start for today. If you can be sitting, that will be the best. So if you're not sitting and you're listening to this recording, you can pause right now and find a chair, a bench, a stool, whatever to sit on, and and come back in front of your computer when you are all settled. So sit in the front of your chair, so you have some room for your pelvis. Your feet are flat on the floor. I always repeat that, but it's really important. And just sense how you are, sense your sense of length from your pelvis to your head. How tall do you feel? And I'm not talking about, a number of inches or centimeters that you know how tall you are, but your inner sense of tallness. And can you get in touch with your spine inside of you? Is that a concept that is clear when you can open your eyes or close your eyes? It's up to you. When you tune in and you want to sense your spine, is it something easy? Is it something very abstract and difficult? Is it clear for some areas and unclear for some others? Do you see your spine? Do you sense your spine as a thin line or as a tube, or something that has some depth? And each of your vertebrae are pretty large inside, pretty wide inside of you. Can you get in touch with that? And bring your hands under your chin. And you don't need to see me. You can only listen to the instruction, and you don't have to see me to do this movement, because you will do it the way you do it, and I will do it the way I do it. And we don't have the same habits, the same organization, the same body. And the goal is not to all do it the same. The goal is to keep each of our specific personality and uniqueness in movement, and know more about that, and not try to do what somebody else does. So bring your hands under your chin, and your elbows are kind of in front of you or close to your chest, wherever it's comfortable for you. What we want here is that our upper body, head, shoulders, neck, is one unit. So you keep your hands on each side of your face, and they join together under your chin. And you just very slowly, you move a little bit to the right. Just you go to where it feels like you're doing nothing, and it doesn't require any effort, any like muscular strain or work. And you go to the left like that. So you move as one unit. Your upper back, your shoulders, your neck, your head, and your arms. To the left. Then you come back to the middle. And you do that a couple of times, just slowly. Notice if you keep breathing. Did you hold your breath as you start moving, as you started to move? Can you do the movement in such a way that it's smooth and it doesn't change, it doesn't affect your breathing? You don't need to do anything specific about your breathing. You just let it run its own pace and normal natural cycle. And at the same time, you move a little bit to the left with your hands under your chin. And then a couple of times, move to the right in that same position. And notice what is different. My guess is that it is different, because we are not organized the same way to do things on the left and things on the right, for many reasons. Habits, injuries, the way our spine, our ribs are shaped, And so you move to the right, like that, with your two hands under your chin. You move as one piece, like your whole upper body is one unit, one piece moving together to the right. Do your eyes go to the right, or do they stay in the middle? Okay, and leave that. And now you bring your elbows on the desk in front of you. So I hope you have a desk in front of you. If not, you can pause the recording, go find a desk, and keep going. And you put your chin in your head, in your hands, like that. And look down at your desk. Again, you don't need to see me, so you don't have to look at your screen. So look down and make your head heavy. Just let your head really rest. Your hands are here, your forearms are supporting your head. And like that, move your right shoulder a little bit forward. So you turn, it's almost like you pivot onto your elbows, and you look down on your desk toward the left or your table. And you do that a few times. So you move your right shoulder forward just a tiny bit. All these movements are not about the range of motion. It is not about how far you can go. It's about the quality you sense in the movement. How far you can go smoothly, which makes the movement really tiny sometimes, and that's totally okay. So look for what you're doing with your breath. Is it easy to bring your right shoulder forward and look on your desk toward the left? So you do the movement and you come back all the time. And you go there and you come back to the middle. It's like every movement is new. So there's a possibility to learn every time. And does it make easier for you if you think about your left shoulder going backwards, going toward your back, to do this little rotation of your head and neck and shoulders? Because again, you have your head in your hands, and that makes it be one unit. So is it easier to think of the left shoulder going backward or the right shoulder going forward? Or both? Can you imagine this line in between your right and your left shoulder? And the line is turning on its axis in space. So one end goes forward and the other end of the line goes backward. Again, can you make your breathing just easy and smooth as you do the movement? Okay, and come back to the middle. Keep your head on your hands, in your hands, and make sure your head is heavy and just resting there. There's no use of the muscles of your neck to hold your head down, because your hands are holding it. And now still you're looking at your desk, at your table, and this time you are going to turn to the right. So your left shoulder is going to move forward and come back to the middle, to our starting position. And your right shoulder is going to move backward and come back to our starting position. Check in with your breathing and keep it small. What we are doing here, the magic, the secret of this movement, is that you are moving some vertebrae in your back that most of us usually do not move that much. So keep it small. Again, it's not an exercise of pushing or straining or stretching or going far. It's an exercise of being present and sensing what you do, and telling your brain that there are different ways of doing things, which is really the gift of neuroplasticity that we apply here in these little exercises. And come back to the middle, rest your arms, come back to sit in a normal, straight position. And sense how you feel on your chair. Bring your hands with your elbows up, bring your hands under your chin, just easily. And turn again to the right, to the left. So you turn slowly and you come back, and you turn slowly again to the other side and you come back. And sense if there's any difference in how this movement feels to you, in how you do the movement, what you're aware of, what is moving, what is not moving, what is the quality of this movement. Is it smooth? Is it confusing? Is it frustrating? Is it pleasant? Does it feel good? Can you imagine that you're moving in warm honey? So there's some fluidity to it, but at the same time there's a kind of a slowing down movement. And come back to sitting. You can bring your hands on your lap, and that feels good to my neck. Sense your breathing. Come in contact with the quality of your breathing. Where do you breathe inside of your chest, inside of your abdomen? How much space do you have to breathe? How much space in yourself do you occupy? And bring your attention to your spine again. How do you sense your spine? How tall is it? What is clear to you? How do you sense your pelvis on your seat bones? This really strong, powerful structure base we have. And these 15 minutes of grounding practice come from the Feldenkrais method, and it's a little snippet of what I usually teach in an hour. So there's always more I wish I can do and give to you. Because of our structure here, we cannot do it all. So check out the other recordings, do them, share them, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Francine Bonjour-Carter, and contact me if you have any question, if you want to know more, and if you have any comment. I wish you a good day and a good awareness, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.